Hachette Audio presents A Rogue by Night, written by Kelly Bowen, read by Ashford Mcnab. For Jet and Lincoln. Chapter 1. Dover, England, 1820. The bullet wound, as far as bullet wounds went, was not dreadful. The bullet had caught her patient at the top of the shoulder, punching a messy hole in flesh and muscle, but not shattering bone. The icy cold of the sea had slowed the bleeding, and the fact that he had been half naked and shirtless at the time meant no remnants of fabric would be caught deep in the tissue. More concerning was the long gash that ran beneath the bullet hole, across the muscles of his upper back. The gaping, bloody edges would require a substantial number of stitches, and unlike the bullet wound, neither the cold nor the sea had slowed the bleeding much. "Jesus, Kate, are you trying to kill me all over again?" The question was accompanied by a groan. Katherine Wright increased the pressure she was applying to the wound, watching as the linen turned scarlet in the pool of lantern light. "Maybe I should." She kept her voice steady, though inside she was shaking with fury. If only to keep the damned soldiers from having the satisfaction of doing so. From the front corner of the cottage, her father wheezed, his laughter made ominous by the rattling in his lungs. "Stop your whining, lad, or your sister might just decide to get careless with her wee knives." The meagre light from the hearth illuminated his wizened profile. There were a couple of snickers from the rest of the men, crowded in the tiny abode, who had carried her brother in. Most of the men she recognized. A couple she had never seen. Katherine glared up at them, and the snickers faded. She'd wished she had drawn the heavy curtain she'd put up in the centre of the cottage for those times when she and a patient needed privacy. "Get out!" she ordered the lot of them. In response, they scuffed their feet and looked uncertainly between Katherine and her patient. From where he lay, face down on the table, her brother lifted his head and tried to look back at her.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?